how it's going to work in your life when you are going to be invited. So this is why we say the middle way is about having the freedom to have solid food and enjoying liquid food. We call it also hybrid state. Until you take decisions with your life that correspond to what you expect. It's like you decide to stop alcohol because you say alcohol is not bringing me anymore. So the same for solid food. For me, it's not bringing me anymore. I can stop. But I know what is going to happen after that. And that knowledge is the foundation of your pranic journey. This is why don't worry if after your process you go back on solid food. Everything is perfect. From the point of view of life, what you're doing is needed. If you do it, it is needed. And so you go back to solid food to make sure, to understand what you're going to gain or lose. All the flavors of the mastication, all the memories. So this is going to happen for years. The transition is literally going to take minimum 1 year and can take up to 3 or 4 years. Because you want to see yourself in a year cycle. All the seasons, all the months, your birthday, Christmas, all the happenings, festivities. You want to see how you're going to live this first year. And you see that every month the food will change, the memory will change, you will have temptations. There's a lot of information you are not aware that needs to come to awareness. This is why it's literally an awakening process. To increase consciousness and to stay with this consciousness. It's called a full consciousness, pleine conscience in French. So there are many ways to raise consciousness. You can do many techniques around meditation. You can use all the tools on the journey. But you'll see that what I discovered on my journey is the tool of pranic living and breathing is a very good tool to expand consciousness and to bring joy from the day. The joy is your atoms, your cells that are breathing. They don't have so much work to do. There's no more tribulation to digest so much, to clean so much. Your organs are functioning perfectly and they are not swollen. Your digestive tract is nicely breathing and you're still digesting refined energy. So to understand that, you need to still practice everything. You keep your life as it is and slowly you practice. The same way you're going to practice swimming. You cannot expect to learn how to swim in 9 days. There are many ways of swimming. On the back, on the tummy, underwater. So the same with breathing. It has to be gentle and a soft process. So this was the first introduction. I'm going to ask Morgan if we had some questions on the chat. Starting. 1 minute, he says. Okay, if there are any questions, you can start interrupting me if you want.
Нас спросите у него, как он борется с токсикозом.
Чем?
Токсикозом.
А что, у тебя тошнота начинается?
Нет, просто когда уменьшаешь потребление всего,
Что мешаешь?
уменьшаешь потребление фуда, начинается токсикоз. То есть через язык идет, начинается выделение с кожи такие неприятные. Как он с этим борется? Потому что, например, горло настолько
So
сухое, на
the
языке
question
вот,
is, yeah, is
ну,
the,
такой налет.
the best way to become chronic? So what we say when people ask
Это
this
если на
is,
сухом или
you
даже на
need to
воде?
build your
Ну, я не
own
знаю. Ну,
best
на воде тоже.
сухом.
На воде тоже.
На воде.
Просто как он с этим борется,
means
сколько
that there's not
оно по времени
one
пойдет.
best way for
Чистка.
Я не
everyone.
могу никак избавиться от него постоянно.
But there are some basic guidelines
Девочки, они более практики.
that I talked about right now
А
that
можно
I'm going
будешь
to
задать ему
speak
вопрос на
again.
английском?
Is you want to have a safe journey. So you must understand the difference in between fasting and chronic living. Fasting is a technique that is used to lose weight, to heal very quickly, or for spiritual purpose. It has a beginning and it has an end. And there are many different ways of fasting that should be
Только воду
adapted.
или там соки, или там перемеленное что-то.
Many different
Он
ways of
пьет
fasting
всегда,
that are
Лен,
adapted
я так
to the
поняла, он пьет
protocol.
жидкую еду просто. Соки, фрукты и овощи, да?
But chronic living is very
Он
different.
овощи и фрукты
You
ест,
start a
не
journey
ест, не жует, а
to
пьет.
change your nourishment
Сейчас
in
не
a very
знаю.
gentle
Он
and
рассказывает, как
sustainable
начинал.
way.
Он пил
You start and you want it not to stop.
с твердой пищи перейти на
So you
жидкую, он
cannot,
советует.
for example, start
Чтобы ты не жевал,
dry.
а даже те же
You're going to lose weight. If your weight is
диеты,
dropping, your body
мясо, все
is
вот это,
extension of your
если,
consciousness.
да, вегетарианство.
Your body
А
is
потом с
so
твердым
precious.
не есть салат, а
Перемалывать.
It has been
перемолото, да.
created literally
И тогда
by your consciousness,
легче.
by
Спокойно.
who we
Когда
are,
организм,
our spirit.
так ли он сказал?
So you need to take the most
Нет,
attention.
салат, я пример привела.
If you see your body mass losing, this is fasting. Body mass weight is dropping, this is fasting. Sooner or later, you're going to have trouble. And you, when trouble will come, you will go back on food,
Я понял.
on a starvation mode. And then you're going to eat a lot. And you're going to say, oh, I'm not a vegetarian. So to have a safe journey, understand that on the journey of consciousness, you need to understand. You go in the water, you swim, you go on the ground, you walk. And then you go back swimming, and then you go back on the ground. You must experience in a safe way, and you must adapt to who you are. So you need to listen to all the information. If you listen to more people, so now you're starting with me, of course, but you have to listen to others. And then you have to go on this, and you need to take your own information and to feel what resonates with you, how you want to start. And the start is only the beginning, huh? Then you have the development of the journey. My first process in 2012 was the process of that Chas Mohin described in her book. That was written, now we are in 2022, was written in 30 years ago, I think, in the 92. And so I did this, she says, she invites people to be ready and prepared, of course. I was feeling I was ready and prepared. But the 7 days that she invites to do on a dry, so without water, without food, I did. And it was not easy for me. And I thought I was prepared. I did martial arts. I was ready. But I understood it could be dangerous. And you don't need to go so tough on yourself in the beginning. This is why in our French center we start with gentleness. So the answer I can give is to start slowly. If you want to learn one day, to learn. If you want to run a marathon one day, you need to first run 1 mile. because you need to build the muscles, the body, the breath, the bones, the consciousness that are going to enable you to bring your body and your spirit to run 42 kilometers for a marathon. So the same for Bresciani. We know there are humans. We call them. We have these levels: 1, 2, 3, and 4. So level 4 are the Bresciani.